Hey, you are now tuned into the Gender Project, honey, with your girl, Chi, and this fool,
Church.
Yes, and we are the Gender Project. This is an entertaining yet controversial podcast / YouTube channel, honey, that likes to create healthy dialogue regarding various topics between us.
And us, the amazing people.
What are we talking about today, Jay?
You know what? I want to try something a little different today. So, I was scrolling through social media, like always, and
He doesn't have a life.
I don't do nothing.
How are you so busy, but you have no life at the same time?
It's weird. We'll talk about that in a later episode.
Right. Yep.
But no, I was scrolling through social media, and I saw like a couple of different topics, like people asking certain questions and all in my timeline. So I'm like, you know what? Let's take a moment and do an episode dedicated to answering these questions, because they were very thought-provoking questions that related to men and women, which is what our podcast is about. So I think we should pull them up and try something different. Like, we'll post it up on the screen and let them read it along with us, and then we'll answer the questions and see how they like it. And you guys tell us how you like it, okay?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I hope that you're on the right side of these posts.
We're about to find out. But anyway, all right, so cool. We'll get into it. There was one that I saw. I'll just read them instead of actually posting like the person it was. Keep it confidential, all that good stuff.
Yep.
But it said that, how is it that a woman can stress, cry, and be depressed over a man, lose her appetite and sleep, but he's just like, I don't care? I mean, do men have feelings when it comes to a breakup?
That's interesting.
Ladies first.
I
So
can't
what do you
answer that
think?
because I'm not a man.
Well, I
So
mean,
what you mean, ladies first?
do you agree?
Well, from what I've seen and heard, men, you guys are just built different. You're just built differently. We're more the emotional creatures, and our feelings get all involved.
True.
And it's hard. Breakups are hard. I can speak for myself and say that my breakups have been hard, and I can relate to that young lady that posted that.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I wasn't eating. My hair was kind of coming out. I almost hit somebody's car because I wasn't focused. I got rolled up at work because I wasn't focused. I was messing up.
Wow.
I was messing up big time. Yeah, I lost weight. Sometimes I wouldn't even want to bathe. Like, it had got bad.
Dang.
Yeah. We outnumber y'all by a lot. So it's like when we finally find somebody that we feel like is the one,
Yeah.
and then they turn out not to be the one. Now we got to start over. Our biological clock is ticking and we run out of time. Y'all can have babies at 90.
We can?
Oh, yeah.
We can.
What I'm saying is, it's just harder. It's harder for us to date and find somebody that we're equally yoked with. When we find somebody that we feel is that one, then he turns out not to be the one. Now we got to start our way over. But our feelings are involved. We've invested time, maybe money. Maybe we've had this baby or two. Maybe they've co-signed for him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they do. But I'm just saying, it's hard. It's hard on us. And not to say that it wouldn't be hard on y'all, but I have yet to see it. You guys bounce back pretty fast, because what are we, like 10 to 1? 10 women to 1 man?
Something like that. Probably
It's
12 and a
stupid.
half.
No, it's really stupid. So it ain't nothing for y'all to go out to get some new coochie. Because, I mean, is the truth, is the truth, what is it the saying? How you get over the old one is to get under a new one or some crazy stuff?
In order to get over one, you got to get under another.
Is that the philosophy that you live by, church?
No. That's just a philosophy, not the one that I live by.
No. Is that the philosophy that you live by?
How did this get turned on me? I'm asking you questions. No, I don't.
I listen for a living.
I don't live by that philosophy of to get over a person, you get under a new one, or in my case,
You would be over or behind a new one.
to get ahead of the game, you got to get behind.
Did you say head? Ooh. He's kinky today. Okay, church. You heard what he said.
You funny. Whatever. So for those that are just now tuning in, but y'all already saw it. You can rewind it, I guess, if you want to watch. Well, no, I'll say it again. So how is it that a woman can stress, go through all these extra emotional things, and men are just like whatever?
First of all, have you ever been like whatever?
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
Okay, but you've also kind of.
But I've also had. So we are wired differently. That is true. But for you guys to understand, men, in all honesty, you just weren't the one that made him go through all of that. Like you said. So I agree with you. Y'all outnumber us by a lot. So when you guys find the one that you feel was right, when things go left, it does kind of take y'all through the motions as opposed to us. But we definitely go through those motions too. It's just on much more of a rare occasion. But I myself have went through the motions of that. You know, I lost weight. I disassociated myself with my friends. My work performance was trash.
Now, how long did you go through that?
After the breakup or like in the midst of it? Because
after the breakup. Because if you're in the midst, then you're not broke up, right?
Well, yeah, but you know, you still start going through those motions towards the end of it.
No. I'm talking about when it's officially done.
Oh, well, when you done. See.
So how long after you were done did you go through that? Because I went through mine for 6 months. 6 months. Maybe. I know it wasn't no 6 months for you.
Maybe 2 weeks. Maybe.
2 weeks.
Maybe.
And what clicked?
But that's
what clicked with you where you were just like, okay, I can't keep doing that.
But that's what I'm saying. So I guess my breakup was while we were still together, but we were broken up. But that gray area where, you know, you still dealing with the person.
No, that ain't broke up then. I'm sorry.
But
that's not broke up.
But we going through the motions
though,
because
that's not broke up. I'm sorry. We can debate about this.
No, because she was dealing with somebody else.
Were you still smashing? You still communicating?
No, we were still communicating, but we weren't smashing.
But you weren't officially done.
We were. We had communicated and said that we were done, but it was still that gray area where we had to communicate, where we were still like working with each other and all that stuff. Like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was a mess, but that's what I'm saying.
That don't make it gray if you working with her. That's just.
But
that's
my great,
else,
but that's my breakup though was, I'll just say we were broken up. Yeah, we were broken up. So I went through it in that sense for about a year.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's a long time.
It's a very long time. But again, I was still. It's different when you break up with somebody and you don't see them no more. You can delete all their pictures off social media and all that. But when
you can delete pictures all you want, but those memories ain't going nowhere.
Well, yeah, and then the memories, the feeling, and all of that, like
the songs that remind you, the
TV
shows,
all of that,
the favorite food you used to make, the places you used to go.
Woo-woo.
You can't erase your ex. I'm sorry, you can't. Try all you want.
So yeah, it took me about a year for it to happen. And honestly, I still, even to this very day, I still have little peaks real quick where something happened. Like I said, I'll have like a familiar smell or something and it'll be like back down memory lane. Nope.
Okay, listen. Okay, this is good. So when you have that, okay, a smell. All right, so we're just going to use smell for instance.
Okay.
Does it put you in a negative space or, oh man, I miss her kind of space?
No, it takes me back to that moment, but the way that my brain works.
Back to what moment?
It takes me back to that exact moment where the smell happened.
Oh, well, so it could be negative or positive, just depending on what
it was. Like, yeah.
Okay.
It was.
So, for instance, the smell.
Like
was
the
it
smell.
A positive smell?
Yes, it's a very positive smell.
Okay.
But it also is a negative smell because there was one time when we got into like this really huge argument when she had it on.
Okay.
So it took me back to the good time where I bought it and she was, oh, thanks, and very happy.
Yeah.
And then immediately it was like, bam. But also, remember when y'all got into that argument when she had the smell on?
Yeah.
It was like, dad. Yeah. Then I just go right back to reality, and then I just like, yeah, that's why I'm not in the situation now. So the way my brain and
how long do you stay there though? If you were
in that space, like the memory,
in the space, because you ended negatively.
Right.
So how long do you stay in that space, and how do you get out of it?
Wait, how long do I stay in the negative space?
Yes. Because it went from positive, like, oh, I remember when I bought it for her, to negative, like, hey, we got into it.
Oh,
so how long are you in the negative space, and what do you do to get out of the negative space?
It's literally like a 5-second moment. Like, it'll be 2.5 seconds of me thinking about how good it was. Then my brain will instantly click, like, yeah, it was good. But, and then I have like 2.5 seconds of it being bad. And then my brain will be like, that's why we ain't in the situation no more. So let's focus. Let's get back on topic. And we just keep on living life. But it does have those little peaks because the brain is very powerful. And, we only unlock what? 3% of our brain? Something crazy like that.
You probably.
That's because I'm a genius. Because I think the average person only unlock 2.
No. I'm 5.
Whatever. I think those are the numbers. I need to look that up.
Whatever the average numbers is, I'm like 2% above the average.
I'm like 5% above. So
okay, so I'm 7 then.
Well, that means I'm 9.
No, I'm 11.
I just remembered I was 13 and a half.
I'm 15 and a half.
Man, shut up. So, yes, but men are just wired differently, and so.
Sometimes you can come off insensitive too.
That is true. Like, I know I can have a very insensitive way of dealing with.
You just had one. I won't go there. But
that didn't count.
No, it counted. It
no.
did.
So.
This is the thing, all right? If you know that you have affected someone, regardless of how you may feel if this were to happen, because these are my feelings and we're different. If I'm saying, hey, I didn't like that, and you just like, okay, like, because I don't like that. Like, be considerate of my feelings, regardless of how you may feel about it. It's my feelings, because I can say the same thing about how you feel about certain things. Sometimes I'll be like, now, Jay, okay, you blowing it out of proportion, or it's not that serious, but hey, I can't negate how you feel. That's how you feel.
That's
so
true.
On the coach side, I'm like trying to be empathetic, pouring to you positively. Now, of course, the friend in me is like, dude, snap the hell out of it. But I have to be sensitive to other people's feelings because we're different. We're wired differently, and we were born in different eras. Okay.
All right, I'll let you have it. I will let you have it. All right, you're right.
I'm just saying,
but that's why
men
they
can be insensitive sometimes.
That's why they made that beautiful word called sorry.
I'm finna say, don't say communication. Please don't say that.
Sorry. Nope, I wouldn't even go say that.
And you know what? Let's talk about sorry. Okay.
Sorry can go along. Okay.
Yeah, but first of all, listen.
So now it's
be
level to the
genuine.
sorry.
No, be genuine with the apology. Don't be like sorry, like with a question mark. Cause that you just saying it. And if you're gonna say sorry, I would like to know what you're apologizing for. What are you apologizing for? That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry if this is my favorite. I'm sorry if I made you feel a certain way. What the hell? That ain't no damn apology.
No.
Do you know how many times I've heard that throughout my life?
Now, as men, as men, that is something that we do. Because we need to make sure if we did, maybe we did.
No, they don't make it sure. If I'm telling you this is how I felt when you said or did, then you don't need to make sure.
No, because sometimes y'all don't tell us that though. Sometimes y'all just walk around with your little stank attitude. You knock moving stuff and doing that and doing.
I can guarantee you, if I'm walking around with a stank attitude, he did not pick up with his little sixth sense, like, you know what? Something's wrong. Let me apologize. No. I was vocal about what the hell was going on.
So,
well, I'm sorry if I made you. Well, hell, you did. That's the whole point of me walking around with a stank attitude.
So the fact that he said if instead of that, so I'm sorry if I made you feel.
I'm sorry for this.
Right.
I'm sorry if.
So men, we're gonna do better. We're gonna start apologizing. We're not gonna question whether or not we made them upset. We're just gonna automatically know that they're upset because they crazy. And
no, you
we're
guys
just
are
gonna
insensitive.
apologize.
It's not that we're crazy.
No, we're not insensitive.
You are.
Okay.
You're very
all right,
insensitive.
no. All right, you're right. Now,
and
a lot of men.
when you're speaking to the men, speak to yourself as well.
A lot of men are.
Speak to yourself as well.
A lot of us men are insensitive. I have a right to be insensitive, though.
No, you don't.
That's
not cool, Jay.
There's a lot that I have to deal with in my head. And so to try and battle and make sure that people's emotions are always intact, like people who you care about, I understand. No, I get where you're going.
I don't get where you're going, so please help me.
So what I'm saying is sometimes you don't think about that you hurt a person or that think about, if you don't realize that you hurt a person, you're not gonna think to apologize for hurting that person.
But if the person says, hey, that low-key pissed me off, and you still just like,
I'm sorry.
about what? No, wasn't no sorry, man.
Okay, then sorry can't.
No.
All right, you. So, man.
And then there's another thing. You right. No, don't tell me I'm damn right.
What do
You know how
y'all
many
want
times
us to say?
That's almost like, let me just tell her what she wants to hear so we can move on with our lives.
Y'all
you
do,
right.
Y'all do know that that's not what we mean when we say you right. We
That's
literally
what I
just,
heard. I'm not gonna speak for all women, but
no, that's
I
a
have
lot of
selective
women
hearing.
out there.
You know I have selective hearing. We talk about this all the time. I have selective hearing. I hear what the hell I want to hear. Okay, future husband. Hey, dear future husband, just so you know. All right. Yes, I know how to make homemade gravy, but I have selective hearing, okay?
That's a lot of women, and you guys think that we say that to get under y'all skin. Even when we say calm down,
that's not
we
to
need
get
y'all.
under.
We
no,
want, those
you
are
doing
two,
that to try to push it, push it to the side.
No,
I don't like it's.
So literally, there's.
I don't like that.
If we had to give some numbers and put some numbers to it, there are about 50% of men who, literally, when we say calm down.
That don't bother me. Calm down.
It bothers a lot of women. So calm down.
like
and what'd you just say? The whole I'm sorry if I made you feel away. Or
what was the other one I said?
I don't know what you just said. You just said it.
I know.
But it was right on the tip of my tongue, and I'm having a whole brain for it.
You right.
You right. Because y'all literally are right in that moment. I'm the type of person that if you're saying something and I have to hold myself accountable, like, what you saying? Okay, you really.
You have to hear it first, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
You already closed off to it because your feelings are different.
No,
so you
no,
already closed off to the idea.
no. If a man actually sits there and listens to what you were saying, makes eye contact with you, all right, and they're
I
hearing
don't remember
you,
getting no eye contact.
all right, but they still are hearing you, and then they say,
not the same.
and then they
you got
say,
eye
you right.
contact.
They give a sincere, you right.
No, I don't like you right at all because I just feel like you just like. Yeah, let's just tell her what she want to hear so we can move on. I don't like that.
So can we say you are correct?
No, don't say none of that to me.
What are we
very
supposed?
similar.
Help us out then, because
First of all,
there are men who are gonna listen.
Okay,
so help
so
us
this is
out.
the thing.
What
Men
do we
don't
say?
like arguing. I don't like conflict and confrontation either. But I don't mind having a healthy, debatable conversation. All right, where our tones are even. We're actually not, looking at TV or the phone. We're actually looking at each other. Yeah, there may be some back and forth, but at the end of the day, we come to a healthy resolve, okay? That's what I mean. All that you write stuff. Now you just like, you just want to, it's just like an abrupt halt with the conversation.
We want to diffuse the situation.
Yep, instantly. But that's all women. They don't work like that. Sometimes we want to talk it through because when you talk it through, more than likely that bullshit won't happen again. But if you keep talking about you're right, then guess what? That shit could happen again next week because we didn't talk it through.
I agree. Now, yes, communicate about it first. Don't just come out the gate saying you're right, because then that definitely comes off as dismissive, like you're not listening to what I'm saying.
I don't care when they say you're right. Don't say you're right at the middle or the end. Don't tell me you're right, because in my mind, I'm thinking you just trying to say whatever the hell, and then it's always a little attitude with it too. You right.
No.
You right.
No. It don't be no attitude.
It do be attitude.
We just be saying you right.
I done had a whole bunch of you rights with the attitude attached.
That's why we break up with y'all and don't have no more feelings about it, because y'all be tripping.
That's okay, because there's 13 other ones waiting on y'all. We got to wait 5 more damn years before we get somebody. That's so ignorant.
No, but to circle back, men are just wired differently. And so, and honestly, for real, you may not have been the right one to bring out those emotions in that man. Mm-hmm. To be honest, like for real. Because
y'all do deal with things differently, though.
We do, and because I know men who have went through the motions. When I tell you I lost, I don't know if I said it, but I lost weight real bad. I mean,
I didn't think you was staying to lose no weight.
I lost all weight and my head big. I lost like.
I'm glad he said it, because I get sick of Jones.
Whatever. Like I went. My average weight was like probably 190. I dropped all the way down to 165, 170.
Ooh. In 2 weeks or
No, not in the
year?
2 weeks. No, within that year,
Oh,
I had
gosh,
lost a whole lot of weight. I couldn't fit none of my clothes. It was real bad,
That
like
sound bad.
really bad. But you know, I bounced back. I'm back to my 190, looking all swole out here. But yeah, men are just wired a little bit differently,
Yep,
and
you
so
are.
you may not have been that woman to bring out those kind of emotions, which is unfortunate because that kind of goes back to that whole communication thing. You were obviously invested more than that man was, because if he's a man, he's human, he got feelings. So if y'all break up, he feeling some kind of way about it too. And then you got to think about it. Men don't like to show their emotions in public. So you crying with your girlfriends and all of that, and he might be all on social media with a bottle in his
Being
hand.
extra when he really miserable as hell.
He really miserable.
Looking
So you
old
gotta
in the
think-
face, buying all this unnecessary stuff, flossing, trying to get attention from the wrong women. Okay, and that's exactly what you're doing.
We handle things differently, so you got to
Handle
read
them very
you got to
differently.
read in between those
Damn
lines.
fools.
Yeah, for the ones who know, they be like, yeah, that ain't even him. That ain't what he normally do. But that's our way of dealing with the hurt. Not all men, but a lot of men do that. Just like it's a lot of women who may turn promiscuous after they go through a breakup because, you know, they hurt and they just want to go through the philosophy of laying under somebody else to try and get over you. So it happens. So I want to do another one.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got.
We can do one more.
One more.
Make it good now.
All right, I'm gonna see. All right, here's a good one. My dude and I are now in a relationship, but he has pictures of his ex in his phone and on his page. I want him to delete them, but he keeps saying okay. Why do people still hang on to their ex's pics? Let me ask you this: do you still have pictures of your ex?
Yes, I still
Okay.
have pictures of my ex, but I mean, that was a very long relationship. So
Right.
it's kind of hard to get rid of all the pictures. I don't have them where I currently reside, not like physical pictures. I came across a few. It's just hard to get rid of them all. A lot of them in my mom's garage.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of digital ones that are like, you know, on my iCloud. I was like, damn, I still got a
Yeah.
gang of. So
That
it's hard.
iCloud,
It's
boy.
hard to get rid of those things. But I was just telling you, like, I have pictures from my very first boyfriend ever that I didn't even know that I still had. Like, they just still around.
Yeah.
I don't trip off that kind of stuff. I can kind of feel where she's coming from, though. You know, social media is kind of like the thing.
Yeah.
So I can kind of get where she's coming from, because it's almost like, you know, if you are public about who you with, it's like, oh, it's officially official kind of thing. But it's like, if you're not with this person anymore, why are those pictures from your past still on there? Like, if it's not like your kid or your family, I don't know why they would still be on there.
I agree.
I don't know. I mean,
If
to
you
each
got
his own.
into a relationship and they wanted you to delete all memories of anybody you used to deal with, would you?
I mean, you can't delete the memories.
Well, delete anything that could create a memory, any pictures, any tangible evidence of anybody that you used to deal
That's
with.
like impossible.
I mean, like, to do your best. Like, okay, if you
What is the point,
Hold on.
though? Is he insecure about something? Did something transpire that makes him want to?
yeah, that's a whole
make-
nother topic though.
Okay, because I'm
yeah.
like, I need more than just, why am I deleting everything?
All right,
from
well,
my-
let's say this. Oh, this is kind of a good example. All right, let's say you guys went to a Mexican restaurant, right? You know, y'all had conversations, y'all found out y'all like Mexican food, cool. And y'all are at that stage where things are getting pretty serious. Y'all eat some Mexican food, y'all sitting down together, and you're like, come here, let me show you something funny or whatever. And you're like going through your photos or whatever, and you scroll across a picture of you and your ex at a Mexican restaurant. And that kind of like did something to him, because as men, that would do something to us. Now he's
Will
at that
it?
place. Yeah, like, we sitting at a Mexican, like, is this the Mexican restaurant that you brought him to?
Do dudes really, do y'all?
I
Would you?
do. Now,
Okay.
I ain't gonna speak for everybody else, but I do. I would feel some kind of way. I may not act on it, or really, I won't let it affect me too much, but it will make me feel some
You
kind of
won't
way.
forget about that.
Yeah, no.
Would you bring it up later?
And I'm not the type that'll do that. If I feel enough of a way about it, I'll either talk about. If I won't feel enough of a way to talk about it right then, I'm not gonna hold on to it and save it for later.
So it's enough for you to look at her sideways.
A little bit.
Dating. Okay.
In that moment, because that's one of those coincidental moments, like you, like that's the same picture.
Yeah.
On the wall.
So okay, let me.
Is this the same boot that you was in?
I know you asking me questions, but I need more info. How long was it when she broke up with the guy that she was on the picture with? Because it's like that's fresh.
Questions that need answers. So
right.
Now the tides kind of turn on the whole date that y'all on. And now it's like, y'all start talking about the ex, what's going on. And you find out like, oh, okay. Because even though things are getting serious, you mentioned that, oh yeah, I broke up three months ago, whatever. Now, men, we hear that, but we not really tripping off of that in the beginning because we trying to get with you. So if you single, what's up then? But now that you broke up 3 months ago when you met him.
Which is still fresh.
Now, you broke up 3 months ago when you met him, but it's been 3 months since y'all have met.
Okay, so, 6 months.
So basically,
how long ago? How long was she with the guy? See, you gotta.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all have been together for 3 months, but when y'all first met, you told him that you have been single for 3 months. So at this point, it's been 6 months since your last relationship.
Okay, but how long was she with the guy?
Oh, the ex.
Yes, that's
gotcha.
what I'm saying.
I thought you meant the new guy.
Let's just say they was together 6 years. They only been broke up 6 months.
Right.
More than likely, she's still gonna have pictures of her ex in her phone.
So with the new guy coming in, and you see that things are getting serious, because 3 months is a long time. If y'all talking every day, y'all done hung out multiple times and all of that, and y'all have been so interested in getting to know each other that y'all haven't really started talking about your past for real. But that's one of those pivotal moments where now you start talking about your past. If he gets to the point and he's like, yeah, we were together 6 years and he was the love of my life. We almost got married. We were doing this. Yeah, so, I'm gonna probably need you to go ahead and get rid of anything that relates to him, because
after you only been dating 3 months?
It happens every day. It happens in shorter time spans than that.
Well.
People be married for, I think I saw somebody asked about getting rid of their kids. Like, would you get rid of your...
Wait.
Like, not get rid of the child, but would you, like, send your child... I want the child to go live with the dad.
Oh.
It was something like that, like the girl and the guy was together and he was like, yeah, the child looks exactly like their father and it makes him feel some kind of way. So would you mind sending the child to go live with their dad? People be asking...
bold.
Hella bold. But people straight be asking questions like that.
Ooh, that's really bold. Okay, so I once dated a guy, and we were together for a minute, but I once dated a guy that had a tattoo of his ex's name on him. So every time we doing the do, I'm looking at this Wayne's name. Now, it took him 2 years to cover that up. So, is that equivalent to some punk ass pictures?
Yeah, that's even bigger than pictures. Like, okay, this is that's
I didn't
really
care for
good.
that. I was like, what's taking you so long? And it was almost like he had got sick of me complaining about it. But hello, we've been together 2 years. So in my mind, I was a little insecure with that because I'm like, what's taking him so long? Because that was his first love. He was my first love. So I'm thinking like, hell, is he still in love with her? What's taking him so long to cover that up? And then it was a bad cover up. So he went and got this old tired ass tiger head on it. And you could still see the name. So every time this little boy on top of me, I see the
visual is...
Yeah, man. I'm like, listen, 2 years? It took him to cover that up.
That's a really long time. I applaud you for even dealing with it that long.
Listen, I put up with some bullshit from some dudes. You don't even know.
That's really, really huge. Like,
gosh.
Like, I'll be honest. It's covered up now, but I got my ex name tattooed on me.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. She must have some good.
It was real. I'm gonna say that. But yeah, like and it took me, I wasn't with nobody after her, but it took a while for me to finally get it covered up. Like,
was that symbolic for you? Like, once you covered it up, did you kind of like put the whole nail in the coffin thing, or were the emotions still rather raw?
I mean, the emotions were still raw. I did it because I knew that I wanted to go ahead and get it done.
Did that help, like with the healing process, covering it up?
Not really,
does
because
that make it more real?
the cover up that I got, I can still see it through the cover up. And I really just wanted to hurry up and get it covered up because she was a Virgo and I'm a Leo. And yeah, it's like the Virgo symbol on me.
Oh,
and
okay.
I be like, wow, I'm Leo to the core. And you can't be walking around with no Virgo on you. Like, yeah, so.
That's real love, because I know how you feel about your sign, so.
It's real.
Takes it seriously.
Very seriously.
Shout out to all the Cancers.
But this lion on this arm right here, though, definitely symbolic of the Leo that I am. So, but no, yeah. So I got it. I had to get it covered up. But if I was dealing with a woman, that's a trick.
Hey,
well, we wired differently.
Okay, so wait now. If you was dealing with a woman and she had her ex's tramp stamp. Had a tramp stamp of her ex, and every time you got ready to bend over, you see Otis.
First of all, yeah, it depends on what name.
Otis on the back where the tramp stamp's supposed to be.
It depends on what the tramp stamp is.
It's his name. His name is Otis.
Otis, though?
We gonna stick with that.
What's that face he be making on the office?
That's what we sticking with.
All right.
Yeah, and she's one of those that don't like the lights off either. So what you gonna do? Cause y'all favorite position is doggy style. So I'm just saying, what you gonna do? She been broke up with Otis for about a year, and y'all been dating for about 3 to 5 months.
I'm gonna be a real man, and I'm gonna pay for him. Be like, babe, here goes some money. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and
guess
get
what
that
she gonna say?
Up. What?
You know, tattoos hurt so much.
Oh, no. That's out the window. Hey, baby. Shh. That's when you see. Listen, that's when you grab her face. Shh. It's okay.
Tattoos hurt.
Yeah, I know they do, but it's okay. See, you got to get real soft.
Oh,
see, fellas, listen.
Okay, he's finessing this thing.
When you need your girl to do something for you that needs to be done, and she trying to talk her way out of it. You just get real soft. You get real close to her and you let her know, baby, it's okay. Shh. It's okay. Listen, just take this. Just go. I'll even go with you if you want me to.
That stuff don't work on me.
Oh, it's gonna work.
Does that work with y'all?
No matter what, you gonna get this.
Does that work with y'all?
You're going to get this name covered up. See how soft? Still gotta keep it low, because even when they be like, baby, it hurt though. I know it hurt, but listen, when it's all said and done, you're gonna get this covered up.
Rest in peace, Otis.
Otis gotta go. Gots to go. So,
I thought of the oldest man name.
Hella old, like Thaddeus, like Bartholomew.
Not
what the
Thaddeus.
Otis? But yeah, gotta go. Now it'd be different if like my name's Jamar. It'd be different if she had like J, like Jay or something for the tramp stamp.
Why would that be different?
Because you can psych your brain into thinking like, yeah, this me, this mine right here. Not no whole completely different name like Otis. That ain't even nowhere. Even if my name was like
it has hearts around it.
Nah, man. Nah. We're gonna go get one big heart to cover up the black heart. Like, man.
Okay,
no.
so what about you? How do you feel about exes? Like if they have pictures of their exes?
It depends on the situation. So naturally, off the top of my head, if like somebody asked me, like, if your girl had pictures of her exes and of her ex in her phone, would you want her to delete them? No, I don't care. If they're in there, I would like if she removes them. I definitely
care,
won't
but
complain.
you would trip off the whole Mexican restaurant picture.
That's why I said that's different as a man. If we sitting in a restaurant, especially if it was a place that, you know, babe, you hungry? What you want to eat? You finally figured out. You finally figured out.
You're gonna end up going to somewhere where they used to go.
That's cool, but that's what I'm saying. It still don't matter. It'll still put you in that mindset. If I'm like, babe, you want to go out to eat? What you want to eat? She like, you know what? I'm feeling kind of Mexican today. I want to go to my favorite Mexican spot. Cool. if you're a smart man, you know that this ain't the first time she'd have been here. It's her favorite. Obviously, she's had it. If you're smarter, you're gonna know that she done went there. You're not the first one that she done went there with. Probably not even the second or third. So you just gotta roll with it. But in that moment, like I said, she tell you to come over there and she want to show you something funny or whatever, and you look, but she starts scrolling through, and you're like, wait, go back. And she go back, and it's a picture of them like cuddled up, like
in
the same booth with the same picture, and you find out, you like, okay, is that the same one that you was about to get married to? That's different than just like some little, we went to Six Flags randomly. This was like our third date, and we only talked for 6 months, and that was it. And we just happened to have a picture of us at Six Flags together. But I'm at Six Flags with you right now, though, so don't trip. I'm not gonna trip. That's okay, whatever, cool. That is what it is. But something like that, where y'all had a real relationship.
Okay, they could have had a real relationship with the Six Flag picture. They could have had a real relationship with whatever sex position or wherever they had sex, and then you turn around and had sex there. I mean, it's the same difference type of thing. That's why I'm like trying to figure out what's the big deal about the Mexican picture, because what, the duration of their previous relationship?
Yes.
Okay,
all of that makes it
add that to the
That's
Six
what I was
Flags.
saying. That's why I said.
Because you just said Six Flags. We only dated for 6 months. No, add the same scenario, but Six Flags. Add the same scenario to the sex.
All of it.
She could have had sex on the couch, the same couch that she had sex with him on, but now she's doing the same tricks that he taught her on the couch, and you ain't tripping off. I wonder if she had sex with that nigga on the couch.
I do. Me?
You thinking like that?
Man,
why you up in it?
I told you.
Why you up in it?
Yes. Yes. I'm weird.
You are different.
Man, I told you about how I go through and I think about whether or not I could even. I jump all the way to just off adding you as a friend. I'm gonna go through your pictures and see if I can wake up next to you. You best believe. You better believe.
Is this somebody I want to listen to talk for the rest of my life?
Yes. So you better believe that if I'm having sex with you, I'm gonna be like, I wonder who taught you this. You ain't just wake up and just knew how to do this. Or, I think about all that. It's almost borderline sadistic. Like, it's weird, but that's just the way I operate, and I've learned how to control it. But I'm gonna be honest and say that, yes, I do think about that.
You worrying about who taught the girl the moves and the tricks.
All of that, like everything you just said.
Why does that matter? Why does that matter? If she's with you now, why does that matter? Because there's things that you probably teaching her that she didn't know. And who cares who taught it to you, who introduced you to it? Shit, you might have saw it on a movie or porn or something. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, why is that important? Why does that matter? Especially when you're in the moment.
You're right. I agree.
Let's talk about that.
It should not matter. And I make it not matter eventually, but I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna lie and say that it don't pop up in my head. Just like I said.
Oh my gosh,
just like I said.
Crazy.
No, just like I said, it'll, like, if I smell something, a good thought will pop in my head, then immediately a bad thought will pop in my head. And then I'm back to normal. If I'm in the moment or we doing something really good, in any way, shape, or form, I will automatically have that quick thought of like, I wonder if she did this with anybody else. I wonder if she came here with anybody else. But then it'll cut right back off and be like, but it don't matter. She here with me now. And then we go back to normal.
Okay.
I think in my opinion, I think everybody does it, and you just don't realize that's what that subconscious is.
Well, I will say this, okay? So in a previous relationship, I like to preface it with it every time I say that. In a previous relationship, it was, I don't want to say predictable or mundane. That may be too harsh. But what I'm saying is, I almost knew what the next move was, how it was going to go there. I almost knew. Yeah. So when something changed, I did think, like, well, now wait, he ain't never did that. He ain't never did it like that. He ain't never moved like that. So that's where
we be tripping as men.
It threw me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We start tripping and we start dealing with other people and then be trying to bring that back home. Yeah. Like, women are gonna know. Like,
hell yeah, we gonna know. We know without the sex though. Our intuition is something, man. It's something. And it's always on point. It's always on point, and we always ignore our gut. I don't know why we do that, ladies, but we really need to start honing in on our powers, because we're pretty damn powerful and we're pretty damn dope. He says it all the time.
No, y'all are
and I
the
agree,
most
but-
powerful.
Oh
Like,
my God, we ignore signs, we ignore our intuition. We don't listen and trust our gut, and we should.
I'm gonna say
We
this,
should.
and this is gonna be a stretch, but I'm gonna say it, and we'll end it with this. It's gonna be a bold statement, but I feel it in my shanda real quick.
I'm
up in,
scared now.
in my sana.
Oh gosh, I'm scared.
But I believe in this current moment, I'm thinking about all the different scenarios and the backlash that I could receive. That's why I'm saying it kind of slow. But I think that in this moment, women have the power to change a man. They always say, you can't. Only a man can want to change. He's the only one that could change himself when he really ready. Stop trying to change a man and all that. Listen, if you're the right woman, has the power to change a man. In my opinion, y'all are so powerful that y'all can straight change a man's whole way of thinking.
Okay, now
everything.
Wait.
That's it. That's all I got. We gonna say that for the
kinda
next
agree.
episode.
Well, hold on. I kind of agree with what you're saying, but then I don't, because it is ultimately still up to him if he wants to change.
It is it's up to him to want to change.
He wants to change for her.
Y'all have the
It's
power
not-
to make him want to change for her.
Yeah, we have the power, but you know how many women have tried to change men? That's because he ain't want to change for her.
Because they're not using the right power. They're not using
No,
enough power. They're not
no.
using the right power.
We using all the power, bro.
No,
Trust me when
y'all
I
not.
tell you, we
Listen.
using all
No,
the
listen.
power.
Y'all not.
He has to want to change.
Y'all not using all y'all power. There's this thing called an infinity gauntlet, right?
Really?
Listen, just follow me.
I'm ready to leave now. I don't even want to do this. This is stupid. What the hell did you just say? Infinity Gauntlet. Sounds like a video game that nobody buys. Stupid. That's so stupid. What flea market is that sold at? Infinity Gauntlet. That's ignorant.
Just follow me, man. Listen. So there's an infinity gauntlet, right? Now, in this infinity gauntlet, there are 5 stones that make up this infinity gauntlet. But follow me. Within each of these 5 stones, each one has its own encompassing power. All right? So follow me. I'll use what they are. You have the time stone, right?
Should I be writing this down? I feel like
I'm gonna
should.
save it.
Yeah,
This is gonna be for next episode.
This is good.
This is gonna be for the next episode.
I'm gonna write it down because he's gonna forget that he mentioned this stupid stuff.
Women have the power of the infinity gauntlet. That's
Is this
the title.
really a thing?
That's the title for the next episode, and I promise you, I'm gonna give y'all a whole sermon on how women have the power of an infinity gauntlet. If you don't know what the infinity gauntlet is,
Can you
just
give us
go,
the 5 bullet points, or we gonna say that?
just watch it for a Marvel movie. We gonna save all of it.
Oh,
We
God,
gonna save all of
Marvel.
it.
Oh,
This
Lord.
next episode is gonna be one for the books. I'm telling. Ooh, it's gonna be good. All right.
I don't
so
want to
listen,
be on that one.
If you, that's all right. Yeah.
No, I don't want to be on that one. That sounds stupid.
You guys can find us if you guys want to follow us. No, not if you want to follow us. When you guys follow us, because this is going to be so good, you're going to want to follow us, and you need to share it, you need to like, you need to comment, and you definitely need to subscribe. Hit that button, smash it, hit it, bang it,
And we want to hear from
touch
you
it,
about these
caress it,
two-
finesse it, all of that. I'm sorry, keep going.
on Facebook. You can find us on The Gender Project, Instagram, The Gender Project STL, and our website, thegenderprojectstl.com, honey. Yes, get into it and through it.
Yeah.
Infinity Gauntlet.
All of that. And
Please.
I'm serious, it's gonna be good.
That's stupid.
And you guys can go listen to us. If you guys are watching this, then go listen to it on iTunes. And if you guys are listening to this on iTunes or Spotify, then please go check us out on our YouTube channel. You
Yes.
can find us under The Gender Project or
Subscribe.
under
Did
Red
I
Hot
mention
Ripley
to
Talk.
subscribe
You better
and to
subscribe.
like
Hit
and
it.
share. Tag your friends, please.
Like we want to get thousands of people commenting on this. Like we're gonna create a whole Gender Project community. Like
Yes.
don't think of the Gender Project as the projects. Like we like a gated community of excellence. All right, man. See y'all later.
Goodbye.
Bye.